It's the CalebDMTG Show.
Yeah, so I've streamed this deck a few times already. The general idea is you want to combine Painter's Servant with Grindstone, of course. One-shot mill the opponent's deck. This version is playing Gambles, which can not only potentially get you the combo together, but can also find Citadel or Echo Vions. Get some nice, intense draw power going. Goblin Engineer can also Entomb for the Bolas's Citadel, if you already have like a Goblin Welder in play, want to weld it out. Karn's just a great card. Can also tutor for combo pieces here. I've got one Painter's Servant in the sideboard for Karn to grab. I do not have a Grindstone in the sideboard for Karn to grab because we're like really likely to have a Grindstone naturally with there's a Saga and whatnot. So I was just chilling out in the main. Hey, good evening, everybody. Dr. Rock Ankley Assortment 2. Howdy, folks. Yeah, I can't remember if we went 3-2 or 4-1 with this deck last time, but I remember having a lot of fun with it. I'm still not sure about the right number of Brainstones. I know it's somewhere between 1 and 4, so I'm going to keep on trying different numbers. This build has one more Rev effect in the main deck, instead of the third Brainstone that we played last time. I guess we'll keep. I like having a turn 1 Welder. And then Faithless Looting can turn some of these Grindstones into, you know, other stuff. How's the volume, folks? Can y'all hear me fine? Seems fine? Alright. Cool beans. If they offer the trade here, do I take it? It's tempting. There's not a ton they can hit off the deck with Ragavan that matters for them. Like, they hit like Painters and Grindstones and shit, that doesn't matter. They could hit additional Lotus Petals, that sort of thing. And if they get enough mana, hitting a Karn would be disastrous. Oh shit, what up? Hey Dark, thanks for the sub, thanks for the tier 3, the 42 months. Yeah, time to paint. Not off to the best start here. I think the tank means they've realized that if they waste land in response, I don't get to use this for mana. It's not good. It's not good for me. So we can retrofit her here, and then if we draw land, we can like kind of permanently brick the Ragavan. I might like that. The other option is looting. Hey, Subtackler. Lead on looting there to find a mountain. Yeah, but what if you don't find a mountain, right? The Wasteland was gonna line up with the Urza Saga sooner rather than later. And our deck has a lot of non-basics. And there's a chance they let the ability ride, and then we fire off Goblin Engineer, which is really what I wanted to do with my turn. Oh, the music is off. Yeah, I recorded a music-free video for the YouTube the night. Thanks, Trisket. Yeah, we're at 13 now. They've got another wasteland for my next land. Not a great spot to be. I don't even want a 2 different Painter's Servant. Because we probably like need to block with Ragavan if they even let us untap with the Engineer. Or if they even let us keep the Engineer. So I'm going to bin like Citadel so I don't have to draw it, I guess. Just run out Grindstone. You really liked that YouTube video? Yeah. A lot of people in the comments said that they really liked it. The average watch time was less than my average video. But thanks for the feedback. We'll see how it does after a few days. After a few weeks. I think we're basically dead. Like, they're 5ing me down here down to 6. Hey, good morning, Snickers Bar. Rebs are good. Don't want to leave the lantern in. Citadel coming into play relies on you like untapping with Goblin Welder. It seems really unlikely in this matchup. It's a little all in. I'll admit. It's a smidge all in here. How do I track my expenses and revenue for tax purposes? Well, revenue is really easy, because all of the websites that you use do that for you. Whether it's PayPal or Twitch or what have you. Expenses, I literally just keep everything. I don't even use Excel. I don't even use Excel. I've just got a fucking Word document. Exactly, Red 7. Yeah, a Force of Will wouldn't be brutal because we could just scoop go to the next match. It's a very long wait time here to cast their game-winning Force of Will. Maybe they have like a surgical or something, and they're deciding if they want to like surgical my LEDs. How am I so fucking smart? It never matters. It's never good for me that I know what's going on. It's never like an applicable thing. I need to play Cabal Therapy more is what I need to do. That card was good to me. Honestly, losing Lion's Eye Diamond is not a big deal. It kind of already did its job here. Wow, this is not a good second hand. This is atrocious. Just fucking 5 mana sources and a Goblin Welder. Oh boy. Like, this would be better as an opener than after the draw 7. Because if this was our opener, we could like lead on Saga and turn 2 activate. But now we have to wait until like turn 3 or something. Zero lander? Or are you asking for the opponent? Snow-covered Island, sure. If this is the opener, we could mulligan. If it's the opener, I'd be tempted to keep, because turn 1 Saga into turn 2 activate is actually, like, pretty solid if they don't have a Wasteland opener. Like, it beats like, all the counter spells in the world. Just going Urza's Saga into Ancient Tomb, start spitting stuff out. Is the nice thing about it. Boo. They don't always have the Wasteland. I'm just gonna rev this. Yeah, happy Saturday, everybody. Absolutely, Zimu is cool. Yeah, I was up late putting decks together anyway. And you know, like, right when you finish putting a deck together, you're like, oh, I want to play some fucking games. And there's nobody in the 2-person tournament practice queue. So I was like, alright, I'll fucking play a league, whatever. And usually when I'm playing Magic, I'm like, when I'm off stream, I'm like, not in the mood to commentate, but I was, so. Fired up the old record. I had one pretty bad punt in that video series. God, can you imagine if I slid Citadel in the stack? For the Engineer to grab right now. It'd be so good. Should I just get Retrofitter and start doing that? It's either Retrofitter or Brainstone. We have a lot of mana. They have another surgical for me? Sure. I think this actually kills my Mox Opal. Or no, it doesn't. Both targets need to be legal. Yeah, the punt in the mono blue painter video was not countering that that living wish. I like let it resolve to see what was gonna happen, and then ended up like losing because it resolved. But I did learn, and that's always useful. Retrofitter gone. So we've been surgical twice, but they didn't get any important cards, so that's kind of nice. It does Wild Antic. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Mega Man 2, one of the better video game soundtracks of all time. Probably my top 10. Yeah, we just need them to cast 6 more surgicals and we got this. I guess they can't cast 6 more. Or yeah, they can. They can cast exactly 6 more. 6 more and a fetch. Katamari. Katamari is a pretty good one. I haven't played any of those games in forever. They're like weirdly addicting. Gotta roll the ball, make a bigger ball, all this stuff. You think Mega Man X is the high watermark for you? I really like Castlevania's soundtrack. Sympathy for the something. Sympathy of the Night. Yeah. I could get Grindstone, and Grindstone myself. And look for Painter that way. It's kind of desperate, but you know, desperate times. The other option is to get Brainstone, and the benefit of getting Brainstone instead of Grindstone is that it could find Karn, or a Pyroblast Stance with the Murktide. Whereas Grindstone only finds Painter's Servant. I have seen the Netflix Castlevania series. I liked it. Maybe I should have kept that Ancient Tomb, and then I go Karn, go get Ensnaring Bridge next turn. If they counter Ensnaring Bridge, I can welder it. I think my plan right now is to gamble for a Reb. Hell yeah, Mark Chalice. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Wild Antic. I never had more than like a few games for that system, but the kids at my school had like a really robust like game swapping community. So we all like played everybody else's games. Rent games, yeah. I made the mistake of beating Ninja Gaiden Black, renting it, and I definitely spent more money renting it than if I just bought the game. Because I rented it like every day for like a month while I beat it on normal and then hard. Fucking love that game though. That was like right at the end. Still worth? Oh yeah, definitely still worth. Opponent deep in the tank on this gamble. They're forcibly willing to gamble because if I discard whatever I get, then I can just weld it into play. I was, of course, just going to get a red, but they didn't know that. How was Murktide so damn good? That's what I want to know. Imagine my opponent was trying to kill me with, like, a true name nemesis right now, how much time I'd have. I was gonna go Great Furnace, Brainstone, and then turn to Painter's Servant. We can like Stone Rain their land or just hold up Reb. Oh, you think they're on Doomsday? My Doomsday matchup isn't actually terrible. Just because, like, a Resolved Grindstone is a little obnoxious for them. If you have the mana to activate it. Ooh, sup, Karn? I am just gonna rub their land. Because I'm greedy. I haven't tested Oswald Fiddlebender. This is Storm. No, they're getting my Karn. Fuck, I was excited about playing a Karn next turn. Oh, that's really bad for me. That's, like, tremendously bad. Yeah, I think I'm fucked here, folks. I don't think I'm gonna have time for the Urza Saga to pop and go get Grindstone. I think I'm gonna... Well, I guess if I save the Reb, then, like, the Reb's just countering Duress. But if the Reb counters Duress, then Karn gets to land, maybe. Or maybe if you don't Reb the island, they just, like, go for the combo win turn sooner. Yeah, who knows? Karn is really nice to land against Storm. You know, turn off LEDs and Chromoxin and that sort of thing. Next turn we're gonna crack this Soul Guide Lantern and try and find either Grindstone or... Oh shit, they got nothing. Or another Reb or a Karn. I guess I do this on their upkeep. Cool, I win! Another expertly played game. I almost want to board in Damping Sphere. The odds that I'll be able to resolve Karn and go get Damping Sphere and have it be relevant when Karn's already really good against them. Yeah, this way, like, Engineer can tutor for it, maybe. Maybe Painter Servant's the same thing. Like, if I resolve Karn, maybe I'm just, like, already winning. Yeah, like that. And then I'm gonna cut... Should I cut Lantern? Should I cut, like, all this? Something like that. Yeah, that's okay. What's the upkeep activation reasoning? I like activating on upkeep, so if they have a response, like say they have like a bounce spell for Painter's Servant, then they're using their mana on their turn, and then I untap, replay Painter's Servant, Grindstone them, right? Whereas if I activate on my turn and they respond, then they get to untap and use their mana on their turn to do whatever they want, like potentially win the game. And then if they don't have a win, but they have another interaction spell, then they have their mana up for whenever you play by Painter's Servant, see? If they're tapped out, I want to activate on my turn. If they're not tapped out, I want to wait for their upkeep. And then if they act on your end of turn, you can of course respond. This hand is sort of close, but I think it's a mole. This one's better. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a land back or a gamble. I wish I had that gamble. Let's see. Yeah, if I pass with Pyroblast here, then I just like fire it off on this Brainstorm very easily. Right now, for us to go Painter's Servant into Reb, we would need to have another 0-mana artifact. They're gonna duress this Reb anyway. It wouldn't make any sense to take the Echo. And now we're set up for a turn 3 kill. The issue is the opponent is almost certainly gonna kill us on their turn 3, so I don't think that matters very much. Could Gamble be legal in Modern? I think so. Look at that sexy looking LED. Love it. Painter's Servant might be the most fun card to play with, unlike all of Moto.
Oh shit, what up?
Yeah, that was from 20 with a mana floating. Pretty much no fizzle rate, but we'll see. Hey, Mr. Peanut Butter thinks the song needs the 31 months. Oh, they had Dark Petition, and Tendrils, and Past in Flames. Jeez. Does LED Past in Flames just win here? Let's see, 4 or 5. No. No, not quite, huh? So what they could do, and what I would do in their spot, is just play Lotus Petal and Abrupt Decay the Painter's Servant, and go for a win later. They still have an LED and stuff to try and win next turn. They're still going. That's a preordain. One more flip. One more flip. They replicate my Painter's Servant. God, I think I cut the Graveyard Hate card. Fuck. And then with Past in Flames in hand. Dicks! Oh, let's fucking spin the wheel. Maybe I shouldn't even be playing that well there. Fuck. Definitely shouldn't have played the Welder. Or the land, right? We can play Damping Sphere here. Hope I don't lose because of that. Yeah, I thought about both of those things. If I'd floated with the Mox Opal before cracking the LED, that would have been fine too. Pretty much just like anything but what I did. I think I missed that I was going to lose Metalcraft again after cracking the LED. Just fucking straight brain farted it. Or maybe in my head I just assumed I'd find another zero-man artifact because there's so many in here. Regardless, I deserve this. Like, if I have a Damping Sphere out, I just get to attack for the win. My two fucking welders. That'll do her. They just need to cast another Infernal Tutor, and then Tendrils. Fuck. Well, I can't believe I waffled this one so bad. They even fizzled. They even fizzled on their thing, and I still fucked up. The natural Damping Sphere almost had it. It's a hard matchup too, Storm. One of Painter's most difficult. Got a little bit better after Karn was printed. But that wasn't even a... That was an unforced error on my part. Not being able to play that sphere. Yeah, I think with them having Past in Flames, I want to keep the Soul Guide Lantern in. Maybe I should cut a gamble or something. Something. Fuck. Painter's best matchups. Well, you get to main deck a bunch of Rebs, so that's really nice. But yeah. Slower combo decks are usually decent. Doomsday's been pretty nice lately, because like a Resolved Doomsday is awkward against just a natural Grindstone. But most of your matchups are like not unwinnable or not easy, you know. Most of your matchups are in that middle range, which is why I kind of enjoy the deck. A lot of nice gameplay. Hey, Frab just days. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to the 37 months there. Yeah, I guess against Storm, I don't really want this. It's hard to mulligan the fucking combo. If I had an LED, I would keep this hand, because then I'd be repping a turn 2 kill. Okay. Showing the opponent what's up with the Citadel means that they know that they want to blow up my Goblin Welder, but it makes me a lot less vulnerable to discard. Again, like play a Thoughtseize and take the Engineer or whatever. Yeah, hello, Frab Just Days. Thanks for the 37 months. I do not think Enchantress is a thing at all, no. Let's grab ourselves either LED or Painter's Servant. Alright, back to you, opponent. If I had another red mana, I could engineer the Painter into play and then have a Reb for like a Dark Ritual or something. Fuck. As hilarious as this Echo is, we do not need it here.
Oh shit, what up?
Enchanted Stevening, thanks for the solid for 27 months there. You think Painter's a cool deck? I think it's a cool deck too. This version of it in particular, I think is a lot of fun. The Citadel and the Echo lead to some really fun lines. This is my favorite Legacy deck. I've been really enjoying it lately, yeah. It's pretty rare that I come back to a deck and like play it over and over and over again. I don't know if it's quite good enough to play in that tournament in November, but I have been considering it. It's one of like a few decks I'm considering. I should probably just play like a Days Force Will deck. Are there matchups where you board out the cards? No, not really. Card's a really powerful card. And the deck's a little light on gas. It's a little light on gas if you don't have them. It's a team tournament, Ankylosaur. Legacy Modern Limited. I'm in the Legacy seat. Draws a little clunky. Gamble for a Lotus Petal for the turn 2 card. I think I'm just supposed to run out the Grindstone. What a molded 5. You wonder if Misdirection in red would see Legacy play? I have no idea. Gamble's so fucking sweet. I have responses. I know Welder can just bring back the Lantern, yeah. So that game was all gamble, right? It basically meant that I had 5 Soul Guide Lanterns. There was the outside chance that we discard the Lantern, but having the outside chance to discard the Lantern there and like have your not just win on the spot, is certainly worth it for the huge chance to keep the Lantern and just win on the spot instead of just losing on the spot. It's a really, really nice situation. Hey, the Nerdy Steve, thanks for the raid. Nerdy Steve. Were you the one on Twitter with the free blowjobs t-shirt? Jobs for blowing out candles? I think that was you. I think I like that picture. It's a good shirt. Anyone giving out anything for free in this economy? Seems like nothing's free anymore. Anyway, any of my followers want to watch some of the Nerdy Steve's free content, feel free to give him a follow. So I almost want the Tormod's Crypt in the sideboard for Karn. But they win so fast. Alright, I'll leave the crypt for Karn. Should I cut some Rebs? Should I play Needle for Grizzlebrand?
Oh shit, what up?
I don't know. Hey, China Bolt, thanks 11 months there. That was meant for Kenji. How do you take it back? Oh yeah, all 11 months. This hand is so close to go. I think I would keep this on the play. I might keep it on the draw anyway. So we could gamble for Tormod's Crypt, or we can go for a turn 2 kill here. I guess I could have done both. I could have turned 1, gambled off the mountain. They entombed for shenanigans. Amazing. Amazing. Painter's Servant down. Should we get a little zesty? Should we get a little zesty here? Like, we can Goblin Engineer plus Grindstone. Let's just untutor the shenanigans. Should really have should have played the Lantern instead of the Brainstone, and then I could have played Welder here too. Would have been a little bit better. I think they're considering entombing for shenanigans to try and dredge it before their draw to get rid of the Lantern. It's cute. That's fair. It destroys enchantments too, right? Not very good for these Urza Sagas. So that's going to trigger at the beginning of their upkeep. I think we respond to that. GG! So Reanimator used to be one of those matchups that was like fucking impossible for Painter too, because it was just like a faster combo deck. We're trying to combo on turn 3, or we were rather, and then Reanimator can just like very reliably have Grizzlebrand on turn 2 to fuck you up. However, with the Urza Saga plan, we have that main deck Graveyard Hate. And we have all this fast mana and tutoring to find it. So the matchup went from like fucking impossible to pretty fucking winnable. It's nice. It's very different. I'm not saying that based on just that one match I just played. I've played against it a reasonable amount recently. Been jamming a lot of Painter. How do we feel about this? I think this is fine. I'd play it better if I was on the play, of course. Is Gamble an innovation in Welder? Not really. It's an innovation with the draw 7. But people have been playing Gamble with Welder in various lists for a very long time. Maybe I shouldn't have played this Welder. Now the Echo is weak to Daze. I have Force Will anyway. Alright, your turn. This is milled a Winter Orb with the Dragon's Rage Channeler. They didn't want to draw a Winter Orb for some reason. What? This is Horseradish. I don't want to play anymore. Yeah, so we didn't know what matchup we were playing when we kept our opener. I would just like to point that out. We were not aware that it was a Force Will matchup when we kept the hand. There was a smidge all in there. Just a smidge. Just a smidge all in. Very fun hand, though. Very fun hand. You gotta admit that it was a delicious looking hand. Real tasty opener. So what did I do last time? Brought in like one more Reb and a couple of raids. The awkward thing is sometimes Foundry's good against them. You're popping off with Saga. I'm gonna leave it in over one of the Brainstones. Last time I kind of regretted cutting Citadel. I think I'm gonna leave it in this time for science. The issue with Citadel is you have to like untap with Goblin Welder, and that's just like so. It's less likely when your opponent's playing a bunch of bolts. All right, I'm gonna cut Citadel again. No Ragrats, exactly. Do I ever have Vintage Days on stream? No, not really. I used to do a bit of Vintage. But it's been like a year since my last Vintage stream, I think. The awkward thing about this hand is how, like, slow and controlling it is. Painter doesn't really want to be a control deck. And I wouldn't have played the Painter's Servant into Daze there if I wasn't okay with it getting dazed. The important thing is getting the Delver off the board and removing that pressure. Oh shit, okay. Just gonna run out Grindstone, and next turn we're gonna gamble for another Painter's Servant. What do you think? Do we jam into Daze again? I guess it's not just Daze, right? They could also have like a Bolt for me. I'm just gonna pass. Is Dredge not a deck anymore, Dear Crow? I think Dredge is fine. In Vintage. Yeah, you got the 3 tiers of decks. The Fuck Your Face combo, Workshops, and Dredge. Well, that's Vintage. It's awkward how good Wasteland is against some Painter draws. It's like really miserable against some Painter draws because there's so much fast mana, but like sometimes you need that mana, right? Playing the Goblin Welder before the Painter's Servant because we wanted to eat the bolt. Nice. My gamble has been Flusterstormed. Yeah, if they don't Flusterstorm the gamble, we go get LED, and then we're repping a win this turn. But this should be okay. The opponent's in a spot where they need to find like 2 removal spells. Or 1 simple Wasteland. I guess we can beat Wasteland by cycling Mox Opal for another Mox Opal. Lotus Petal would have been really nice this draw. God, they are going through so many cards here. Maybe this means that they've got a surgical for me. Well, that just resolves, huh? I don't want to name red or blue with Painter's Servant. Because they could have, like, Rebs or Hydroblasts of their own. And I don't have any of that shit right now. Yeah, and they also have Force of Wills and such. Get stifled, me. Correct. Naming blue is good for Pyro if you Pyro in hand. But you don't want to turn on your opponents. So if they activated Grindstone on their upkeep, they would have still stifled, and then we would have eaten a mana for use on their turn. The issue with letting your Delver opponent untap is they might have instant speed interaction, right? They might be able to brainstorm and dig for a response that they wouldn't have otherwise. Hey, I win! I'm the winner! Awesome. That game was looking iffy for a bit. We had a real slow start. We got there. To game 3 we go. Why not stifle the Welder response to Bolt? I don't know. That would have been way better, right? It kind of seems like that's what they were going to do, and then they didn't, and then they lost. Delver is a tough matchup, you're not wrong. Delver just does well against combo in general, right? Waste your land, daze your thing, bolt your thing. Do you have a favorite version of Painter? This version's the most fun. Just like having a draw 7 is just like the most fun in the world. I'm still trying out different builds though. I kind of hate this hand, but like, we have a couple basics. Wow, Nimble Mongoose. The goose is loose, folks. Opponent kicking it old school. I love it. I have a GP top 8 with this fucking little guy. The GP that Tom Martell won with Esper Stoneblade. And that was his only loss on the weekend. I remember I was on the play one of our games. I was on the play, and I go turn 1 Nimble Mongoose, and he forces and I force back. And then I only have 2 cards in hand. I think I've like mulled on the play or something. I only have 2 cards in hand, and he goes untap, and one of them's a Wasteland, and one of them's like some interactive spell, like a Bolt or something. And he goes fetch. Get a basic swamp, Thoughtseize you. So for my turn 2, I've got a 1/1 Nimble Mongoose in play, and a fucking dead Wasteland in my hand. I'm untapping, I'm like, just feeling the most dead. Just like the deadest person in the fucking world. And I draw a Brainstorm, and I'm like, well, guess I'll cast this shit. Which most people would not do. Most people would like sit on the Brainstorm until they have a fetch or something, I don't know. But I fire it off. Managed to find fetch into Taiga. Because I was playing a Taiga in this tournament. I go fetch Taiga, play Nimble Mongoose number 2, Hellbent again. He goes turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. And then I top deck a Ponder, which finds me a Bolt for the Stoneforge Mystic. And this turns on Threshold. And this line is only possible because I'm playing this idiotic Taiga that could play the Nimble Mongoose and also play a burn spell. I'm actually gonna name blue this time, I think. Cool, Joshko. Glad you enjoyed it. Did the opponent flip the table? No, he won the fucking tournament. This was literally his only loss. He works for Riot now. I also managed to top 8 that tournament, but I lost to the Rugnir in the top 8. Well, they didn't have Days last turn. Did I feel like a smarty pants? I did. The reason I was playing a Taiga was because there were... The meta was like a bunch of Rugmirs and Maverick. And I wanted to have... On turn 3, I wanted to have a mana base where I couldn't get Wastelanded off of a color. It was like pretty important to me in the Maverick matchup. And if you have 2 Volks and a Trop, or 2 Trops and a Volk, they can Wasteland you off of a color in that situation. But if you've got one of each in a Taiga, you know, you get the idea. I don't think I've run a Taiga in like literally any other tournament with Rug Delver, but it seemed okay there. So the question here is, do we get an LED and spin the wheel, or do we get a Tormod's Crypt and make sure this goose stays unloose? think I'm actually going to do the Tormod's Crypt thing. I wonder if I'm just supposed to Murk their graveyard now so they can't Murktide. They probably don't play Murktide and Nimble Mongoose in the same deck, right? Deciding whether to do a Braid or Reb this Delver, or neither. Could just play some Welders, or a Welder. Yeah, I cut the damn Citadel. We're in a spot where we kind of need to get something rolling sooner rather than later. And right now we have neither combo piece in our hand. That's a big bummer. If we had half the combo, I'd feel a lot better. Maybe the Karn was supposed to grab a Painter's Servant instead of this Crypt. At least these Nimble Mongooses are literally just 1/1s. Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh, they get responses. They have 5 cards in the end. We'll see. I wish one of these lands was an artifact land. I'd feel a lot better about this. So I think we need to let this resolve, and then crypt them, and then weld the Painter's Servant back into play. This fucking stack. This fucking stack.
Oh shit, what up?
Amazing. Amazing. God, Legacy is great. GG!
Oh shit, what up?
Now watch them like double bolt me on their upkeep. After all that. Hey, the Bro Tiger, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 16 months. Glad you're still enjoying the stream. I love drafting, so. Why would they kill the Grindstone? They were losing the Ancient Grudge to the Tormod's Crypt, so they were just like firing it off. Whew. Hoping I would fuck up. Yeah, that was a gorgeous stack. Oh my god. That's gonna hold me over for a bit. Welder's so sweet. Welder's so fucking cool. So even though the Grindstone's not in play, the ability's still in the stack. It's still gonna resolve. Because Magic's sweet. That's a large part of why that worked out well for us. I guess. It's a little clunky. I'm glad tutoring for the Tormod's Crypt didn't end up being worthless. I'm glad it did something. Delver again? God damn it. Delver number 3 here. The Brainstorm was a really nice draw. Let us turn on this Mox Opal immediately. And they're not wastelanding, that's a good sign. Welder is an awesome card, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Man, a Welder! What a fucking bummer. Yep, they play Steam Mints as a 5th Volk. Basically, if you only have 4 Volks, then you're a little vulnerable to getting wasted out, and they don't actually want to play basics, because they always want to have either Ragavan or Dragon's Rage Chandler on one, and they don't want to fetch a basic Mountain, because they want to be able to daze. So they're playing Steam Mints as a 5th, and sometimes 6th Volcanic Island. So they can make sure they can use all those sweet, sweet fetch lands. Yeah, like, won some tournament, and everyone was like, this is genius! And they were right, it is genius. It's so fucking sweet. God, I'm short on everything. Good chance this Urza Saga goes and gets, LED maybe. Oh, maybe it gets He gets Grindstone now. Opponent just firing off removal spell after removal spell here. Yeah, 3 Volks, 3 Steam Vents. Why not? You tagged me in a tweet? You want me to check my Twitter right now? Is that what you're asking me, Harrison? Is that what you're letting me know? Is this NSFW? Oh, you're tweeting the stack. All right, I'll retweet it. Murktide here to party. Lost the Citadel, not what I wanted. So they only need an instant. I'm guessing they've got an instant in their hand to turn on these Dragon's Rage Channelers and just like have a win. But I'm gonna play this Painter's Servant. Hope that's not the case. I'd feel a lot better if I had a Reb. Maybe I should be cracking Brainstone here, looking for a Reb, instead of trying to set up for a win next turn. Yeah, that'll do her. The predictable. Let's scoop here. And then just for funsies, let's see if we would have found Reb off Brainstone. We would have found Lion's Eye Diamond. Would Lion's Eye Diamond have done anything? Maybe, because I mean, you're fucking echoing. Shrinks the Dragon's Rage Channelers. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, bringing in a Reb, a couple of Braids, just like last time. I think this is what I've been doing. I try not to check Twitter and my email and stuff. I try not to check any of that shit while I'm streaming Wild Antic. It's just like a distraction, right? And if I do check it, I usually like to tell chat what I'm doing, so I'm not like distancing myself from them. Like, I gotta look at this thing, it's important because of X reason or whatever. Let people know what I'm doing.
Oh shit, what up?
Everyone's different, and I'm not, like, judging what other streamers do by any stretch of the imagination here. But when I'm watching a stream and they, like, are looking down at their phone, I just get, like, disconnected and I just turn it off. I just watch something else. So I try and be the sort of stream that I would want to watch. Hey, Peripheral 1994, thanks for 30 months there. If I'm offering, your house could use a few fresh coats of paint. I did a lot of that back in high school. Painted quite a few houses. Kind of seems like they're tanking on a Force of Will here, huh? So I want to gamble for a draw 7, but I'm pretty sure they've got a counterspell for me. So maybe I just pass, see what they do. How about this one, though? Does this one resolve? It does! Weird. Weird how that works. God, I'm so fucking lucky. Just naturally drawing the draw 7 there. Just unreasonably lucky. I win! I'm the winner! God, that was so much fun. Oh man. They forced the gamble. I just have the one of Echo of Eons anyway. It just doesn't matter. There's no justice in the world. That's been like the motif of my stream for the last however long. Ugh. So the Great Furnaces play well with Mox Opal, but I don't think we can keep this hand. Like a Wasteland just double time walks us. Really reliant on our draw step. This hand's also not great, but it's actually better. Because at least we have fast mana and stuff. At least our hand can function. It doesn't lose to like a single Wasteland. How does the combo work? Painter's Servant turns everything one color. Grindstone mills 2 cards, and then if it mills 2 of the same color, it repeats. So it decks them. It's like Splinter Twin, but artifacts. Ooh. Let's do this now, maybe. I think they were holding up a Bolt, holding up a removal spell in case I turn 1 Painter again. This is indeed the first deck of the night, and here we are in the last round to see if we're going to go 3-1 or 4-1. I think we're 1-1 against Delver so far, and this is our 3rd round against Delver. Game 3. You were wondering why we made everything blue? Because we had a couple Rebs in hand. We had a couple Pyroblast Sandy. So if they play like a Lightning Bolt on our creature, when everything's blue, then the Pyroblast gets to counter the Lightning Bolt. Or we could have like played a 1-mana Sinkhole on them or whatever. Make a thing, why not? And the next turn I have to decide between making another construct or going for the win. I'm not sure. Not sure which I'll do. I guess we could do both. But that involves playing into days, kinda. No, I needed that so bad. That was gonna give me my grindstone.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Hey, Grant Apollo. Hey, cousin, how's it going? With the 41 months. Officially, my most supportive family member. Grant's got it on lockdown. Painter's servant down. I like how this land pumps my construct. It's kind of nice. Going good? Nice to hear. Hey, you can be my unofficial most supportive family member, Air. You're learning data analytics? Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, whatever you're into. Fuck, expressive iteration's so good. It's so good. I almost want to crack this Brainstone and try and find a reb for it. That card is unreasonable. Is this a Murktide coming through? It is. We've got 2 in hand. Interesting. So hopefully the last 2 cards aren't too good. On board, they need to answer this Goblin Welder or the Grindstone. Well, Welder down. One card remaining, huh? Oh, opponent, you needed to save that bolt, friend. You needed to save that bolt. I'm the winner! Oh, nice little 4-in-1. So we still haven't trophied with this painter deck, but we've gotten a few 4-in-1s now, and it hasn't scrub-a-dubbed. It's been a mono 4-in-1 and 3-in-2 deck. So I think I'm going to keep it in consideration for the Legacy tournament coming up in November. I think I'm going to keep on jamming more with it. I might even play another league tonight. This deck's so much fun. It's just so unreasonably fun. The gambles really add a lot in terms of gameplay. Yeah.